get people up out the house. Every business I be having, I be seeing this. You be seeing, I'm talking about in cities and in towns, you be seeing people rioting. You be seeing number of violence, people all up in the streets running. I'm talking about even the police out of control. Did the preacher not say that? The time is coming, this country right here. And we not careful, God is going to allow chaos and destruction to hit this country. And I'm going to tell you something. What I'm seeing, either the military going to take this place over, or it's going to be another country. But I see this country being in an uproar within itself too. I don't see it being no peace in this country right here. I see rioting. I see the military. You hear me? I see people being taken out their homes. Did the preacher not say that? Let's going to tell you something. If we don't change as a people, God going to punish all of us. And we walk around and act like we so good. The church messed up. The world messed up. The government messed up. And God is warning us. Are we listening? No. Are we listening? I'm trying to listen. Come on, somebody. But what I keep saying, my only prayer is, don't allow it to happen in my lifetime. And if it do, because do you not know God can allow these things to happen? How many of you ever studied about Ezekiel's life? How many of you ever studied real good about Ezekiel? He was what? 25 years old. What happened? Babylon came. They enslaved him. Ezekiel was in the process of going into slavery. When you read Ezekiel chapter 1, 2, and 3, he was already sitting on the banks. He was already, read the Bible, he was already in captivity. Listen, he was a free man. But God allowed Babylon to come to Jerusalem and invade Jerusalem. He allowed them to invade Judah. And what happened? He took all the mighty men. He took the priests. They took certain men that had skills. And what they did, they put them all in what? Captivity. Amen. They put Ezekiel. He was right there in captivity. And as he sat in captivity, that's when God came and visited him. And also introduced to him a prophetic ministry in captivity, in slavery. But why did God allow that to happen to, Israel? Israel was hard-headed. Israel was disobedient. You look at us right now as a people, man, we messed up. It scared me, Mom. We some messed up folks. And the sad part about it, we don't see how messed up we are. We think we safe because we going to church. We ain't safe. The church just as messed up as anything. The church is the most messed up place you ever want to see. You better get to know who God is for yourself. You better listen to this preacher right here. You better listen. You better seek to know who he is. Once you find out who he is, walk upright before him. Don't worry about people. You better worry about trying to please him, because one thing I know too about God, if you study the Bible real good, in bad times, God always blessed and delivered his people. I'm going to say it again. When the nation suffered, even though his people may start off suffering, but through the process of time, God makes their life better, and God gives them favor even with the enemy. Better read the Bible real good. Look at Esther. That's true. Look at her people. But what did God do? He gave what? Esther what? Favor. He gave what? Her people what? Favor. Same thing about what? Joseph. In the Bible. This young man was in captivity. He was in prison. But what did God do? God gave him favor. He made him the most second powerful man in Egypt. And then what did he do? Because of old Joseph, God also gave his brother and his father what? Favor. In the midst of famine, in the midst of your enemies, God exalt you and bless you. That's the type of God we serve. Look at Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Captivity. They was in slavery. True. See, everybody else would be suffering. But you know God do. That's why I tell God, if these things ought to happen, in my lifetime show favor towards me and my family. Did the preacher not say that? And I believe in spite of who your enemies are, God will allow you to be exalted and God will give you favor. Everybody else may be suffering, but God won't let you suffer. Why? Because you know who he is. You form a relationship with the Creator. Did the preacher not say that? I ain't talking about just going to church. Going to church ain't good enough. We think going to church helping you. Going to church ain't helping you. Because you sang up in the choir, that ain't helping you. You can run around that whole church. Listen, that still ain't helping you. It's about your relationship with God. Come on, somebody. And I ain't talking about just going to church, playing church, and I'm talking about you calling all this organization, all this tradition. Your God is a traditional God. I ain't talking. That's why the church messed up now, Mom. We so full of tradition now up in the church lost. That's why God gonna allow all this evil to befall us, because if the church is where it should be, if the church is where it should be, I guarantee you, will no evil befall the land. If trouble broke out right now, let these church folks start praying and see what's gonna happen. What? If anything, it make it worse.
Bro, we got away when Paul told us if anybody ever
preach any other Jesus,
let them be a curse.
That's right.
Even if the angels, he said.
That's right. I like that.
Anything other than the gospel, let them be a curse.
That's right, bro.
There's a lot of cursed people here today because they're not preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ.
That's right.
See, the church is lost. The church is lost to the point of where we're trying to bring in these big entertainers.
Yes, sir.
To fill the seats.
Yes, sir.
You know why? Because they're not preaching the gospel.
And there's no other way to gather the people.
There's no other way to bring the people together now. Paul said that. Paul warned us.
That's right.
He said that if you're not preaching the gospel, let them be accursed.
That's
and
it.
there's a lot of accursed leaders now because they're they're saying we're lost. How the church get lost? Stop preaching the gospel. They stop preaching the gospel, and now they're trying to do everything to try to fill the churches up, and the gospel ain't there.
That's right.
The gospel. They stop preaching Jesus Christ, and Paul said, when you stop preaching that, you're accursed.
That's right, a curse. And I agree with that.
You're not going to draw nobody.
That's right.
The gospel is the only thing that draws.
That's right.
Draws the lost in.
That's right. That's right.
It's the only one that draws them in, and people now are running around trying to figure out what's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the gospel gone.
That's right. The gospel been gone.
The gospel had left the house. And you wonder why everybody running around here lost.
That's right.
There ain't no more Jesus Christ in the
That's
house.
right. Jesus Christ, I'm tell you something. Listen. This is all got you. I just said, listen, that's the truth.
That's true.
A lot of people don't want to hear that. Listen. The problem is the gospel is gone and it's been gone.
Right.
Did the preacher not say that? Listen, this thing ain't just started happening. This thing ain't just started no 5-10 years ago. Listen, we've been lost since the existence of Christianity in the United States. I'm going to say it again. We've been lost since the existence of Christianity in the United States. Is that why I'm not talking to you? We was taught lies all the way back from the time of slavery. And then what? The slave master passed it down what to the slave? The slave clergy brother. And then what did the slave clergy brother do? He passed it down to what? The congregation. And then from generation to generation, lies have been passed on. That's why we don't know the truth. That's why we get offended at the truth. That's why we call preaching, we call preaching entertainment. I'm going to say it again. We call, well, let me rephrase that. We call entertainment